really excited to be here with you guys today and was just looking forward to being able to share this with you. To kind of give you a background, I fished out of a Costco special for about 5 years. I bought my first fishing kayak back in 2017. I went to put it in my Jeep and I actually cracked the front windshield on my Jeep trying to put it in. Trust me, my wife was not impressed with me. So 5 years with the Costco model, and what I had found is my last year of the Costco model of using it, I found I just was not comfortable in it. I got to a point where I didn't even want to use it anymore because it was just too uncomfortable. So fast forward to a couple weeks ago, as I did my research and I looked at the models that were out there, I was really drawn to the Bonafide company. And this is the reason why I bought a Bonafide kayak. The reason I bought a Bonafide kayak is because Bonafide builds nothing but fishing kayaks. That excited me. And the more I got into looking to the company of Bonafide and the models that they had, I got to find that everything was geared and set for an angler. Not like some of the other companies, which really I don't knock them. They sell great products. But I was just really taken by the way Bonafide focused on fishing kayaks only. So I went through all the different models and I ended up buying a Bonafide SS127. Now, with the Bonafide SS127, I thought I would take a moment and go through some of the things that you get when you buy a Bonafide. So this model does not come with an oar. So I had to actually purchase the oar. And you'll see here, this is a Canon fishing oar. And this here is, it's that plastic, that really strong, what do you call that? There's a name for this, and it's left me, but it'll come back to me. It's also adjustable, okay? So I thought it was kind of cool that you could go from like 240 to 260. So when you're sitting up high and you're paddling, you can go to 260. When the chair's down low, you can bring it in, clip it. Now you can paddle at 240. So the higher you go, the more lengths you want on your paddle. Now, whenever you're buying a paddle, you have to buy the best that you can purchase. Because remember, this is the main tool that gets you out and about on the lake. So it's really important that you spend the money and get something you'll be happy with. Otherwise, you'll get out and like I say, like you could be paddling and get exhausted extremely fast because the thing is so heavy and whatnot. With this is very light, very compatible, and it even has a little marker on it here to tell you how big your fish is if you needed it. So I thought that was cool. So running from the bow to the stern, I'd like to run through some of the functions that this kayak has that really excited me. Number one was this little piece here, which has little fins on it that allow your fishing rod, like say this rod right here, you bring it around and you stick it in here, it rests. You can rest underneath, you can rest it on top. I also put this foam piece on the front. So when you lay your rod down, you can be very quiet. It doesn't make a chatter, which just basically allows you to be in stealth mode when you're out and you're trying to catch fish. I like that. Another thing I like is how these rods are held in here, right here with a little band. You can just wrap them right around and you'll see right there. Another thing I like about this kayak is this front cubby hole. In this front cubby hole, when I lift it, I can put all my rods and reels in here. Okay, so you'll notice I want to put my rod in here and I want to go down the highway. Everything fits right inside here, and there's lots of room. So you can bring your sleeping bag, you can bring your tackle box, bring some dog food for Kyra, maybe some dog toys, whatever you want. It can go right in there, close it up, and you're good to go. Now, this does not only open from the front, but it also opens from the back to give you easy access for any items that you need when you're on the lake. I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing you get with Bonafide is you get Yak Attack tracks, and they're everywhere. And we bought a couple accessories for our Yak Attacks. One is the oar holder, which you'll notice right here. The oar just basically slips in there. So my idea is I'm going to put the paddle at the front. It'll just snap in here to the side, just like so. There we go. And then I bring out my fishing rod, and I know that this has a home. When I'm ready to use it, bring it out, and away you go. Now, we also bought a boom stand for our GoPro 9. So this boom stand turns left and right. So let's say I'm talking to the camera, I can have it facing me. When I'm fishing and I want to set it up so that it's facing the water, as I cast, I can do some action shots. I'm thinking I'll probably use this boom stand for some of my film, and then I'm going to use the chest mount for the rest of it. And between the two, with one GoPro, we're going to make a go of it and see how that works for filming as we're out in the water. Another thing I love about Bonafide is the center console. It's a dry box, and you'll notice when I lift this out, okay, there's a hole that goes right to the bottom. It's like a scuffer hole. So the idea to this is I want to be able to mount our Garmin Striker 4 on this box, have the transducer mounted on the bottom. Then anytime I'm ready to go fishing, I can bring this out of the pickup, set it in here, and away we go. So it's very convenient, and it just makes a whole lot of sense for me to have my Garmin on here, so that when I'm on the shore, I can just take this off and put it in my truck. I can have some lunch, and I don't have to worry about it running away on me. Now, you're gonna notice this beautiful floor here. And I mean, Bonafide's done a great job here. I'm just so thrilled with it. You're gonna notice all this, I want to call it foam, but it's some kind of material that they put on the bottom of the floor of the kayak. And it just helps you to grip, like if you're in your shoes or your feet, helps you to grip better. I really like that. I also like this junk drawer that they put in here. Okay, let's talk about the SS127 seat. All the reviews, everything I've heard, they say the seat is amazing. It's so comfortable. You can sit hours upon hours in it and not get a sore back. So, it's collapsible. It has two stages that you can put it at. You can put it high, you can put it low. For me, for the most part, I like to sit up high. That's kind of what I prefer. But again, you have the choice. You can move it back, you can move it up. There's like 3 spots here. You just unlock this, and then you can move it back if you're a big guy and you need more space up front. Or if you're smaller, you put it up front, lock it, and it's in place. One thing I was very fortunate to win when I went to the show was this bumper board from Western Canada Kayak Fishing Trail. And I tell you what, they put a smile on my face when I answered that trivia question and was able to bring this home. And as you notice, I'm wearing their sweater too. So I'm a big fan of Western Canada Kayak Fishing Trail, even though I've never actually been to one of their events. But if you ever get the chance to talk to these people, you will just enjoy your time. They're great people with big hearts, and they have a great thing going here. And we're looking forward to going to a couple tournaments this summer and enjoying some fishing and meeting some new people as we go to the events. So, why did I bring this up? Because that's one of the things we need to do yet, is we need to be able to mount a string or some kind of a nylon rope, and everything on this Bonafide has to be tethered down. So that's kind of where we're at right now with this kayak, is getting everything ready and prepared for when we go out on the water. So for instance, this boom stand will have a tether to it. My fishing rods will have a tether that I could just join to the seat here. This bumper board will have a tether. I kind of decided I want my bumper board right here. So I'll have a tether here. It'll be maybe 3 feet long. So I can bring it up, put it on my knees, measure the fish. If I drop this into the water, it's not going anywhere. So this back area is designed for Yak Attack black box, a milk crate, or some kind of storage container where you can put your gear, your fishing rods, etc. But for me and Kyra, this is going to be Kyra's area that she sits while we go out on the water. So, I'm going to be taking these strings off, and then I'm going to be putting in maybe a small carpet or something that she can feel comfortable back here, and this will be her area. Now, this area is about maybe 2 feet wide and about 3 feet long. So there'll be lots of room for her to sit and enjoy the day in behind while we're out and about. I'm not sure I missed anything. I think we got it all. I'm really excited to get out on the water, and I couldn't be happier with this model. And yeah, if there's anything I could say that's like so important and really should be mentioned in any video that we make, would be just as important as it is to have the right gear. It's just as important to get the proper PFB and the proper life jacket for you and your animals. So one of our missions this spring is to purchase some new life jackets, one for myself, one for Kyra. And anytime we're out on the boat, we're gonna practice our safety when it comes to wearing our PFDs and our life jackets. So, appreciate you guys taking the time to check out my new ride, and I look forward to seeing you guys out in the water, and looking forward to a great fishing season of 2022, and I can't wait until we get out on the water and enjoy some time, some open water time of great fishing with great people like you.